The Never-Ending Story is returning to the big screen with a new film franchise based on the original movie and book series coming soon. Based on Michael Ende's 1979 book, the 1984 live-action film adaptation tells the story of Bastian Bax, a child who disappears from his difficult life into the pages of a magical book. It was praised for both the magical story itself and the special effects, which were cutting-edge at the time. The film quickly became cemented as a core part of millennial childhoods, and remains a favorite to this day. The Never-Ending Story was followed by multiple sequels, The Never-Ending Story 2, The Next Chapter, 1990, and The Never-Ending Story 3, Escape from Fantasia, 1994, as well as an animated TV series. Now, the franchise is about to be reinvigorated. This is not the first time that a remake of the film has been discussed either. In 2009, a remake was reportedly in development, but by 2011, it was announced that issues with the rights had prevented the project from coming to fruition. Thankfully, it seems that those issues have now been resolved, and a remake is officially on the way. The Never-Ending Story remake latest news. An original star weighs in. The childlike empress looking intently at somebody in the Never-Ending Story. As the project continues to develop behind the scenes, the latest news sees an original star discussing the Never-Ending Story remake. While celebrating the first film's 40th anniversary, childlike empress star Tammy Stronach gave her thoughts on the impending redo of the classic film. Disagreeing with those who think the movie shouldn't be remade, Stronach said, "The whole point of it is to inspire creativity and to make sure that every person keeps the kid and the dreamer in them alive." The Never-Ending Story remake was announced in March 2024, with the news that the project will be a reboot of the original as a multi-film franchise. The remake will be co-produced by Seesaw Films and Michael Ende Productions, with producers Ian Canning, Emil Sherman, Roman Hawk, and Ralph Gassman overseeing the project. Gassman and Canning spoke about their reasons for the remake, including the timelessness of the original story, and how every generation deserves their own journey into Fantastica. The Never-Ending Story remake story details. Bastian Bax's story will remain the same. While the only details of the adaptation so far are that this new version will be a fresh perspective on the original, it's extremely likely that the core beats of the story will remain the same. The Never-Ending Story sees Bastian escape into the fantasy world of a book, where he must help to save the world of Fantasia from a creeping evil called the Nothing. The Empress is sick, and a young warrior, Atreyu, must go on a quest to try and heal her. His belief in the power of imagination is what will truly save Fantasia, and may even bring Falkor to the real world. While it is likely that many elements of this story will change, some must stay the same. Falkor, the mystical luck dragon, is an iconic part of this world, and must reappear in the remake. Similarly, it would be difficult to imagine a never-ending story without the heartbreak of the Swamp of Sadness, and the loss that Atreyu suffers there. However, the magic of the Never-Ending Story is that it is a story about stories, and imagination, and that means the possibilities are endless.